Let me start with a question. How many of us were told at some point they'll grow out of it? It's just a phase. Don't worry, you're overthinking. For many parents, those words sound comforting until they don't. Because deep down, you know something isn't right. I'm Christine Lai, the co-founder and founding executive director of Special Education Legal Fund. But today, I'm not sitting here as an advocate or professional. I'm sitting here as a parent. And like many of you, my child's education journey didn't follow a straight line. It zigzagged, stalled. And sometimes it felt like 2 steps backward for every step forward. And for a long time, I asked myself the same questions that parents everywhere ask. Why does school feel so hard for my child? Why does the school call me so often? Why is homework a daily battle? Why does my child say their stomach hurts every morning before school? These questions aren't signs of failure. They're signs of awareness. Here's something we don't say often enough. Learning is about more than academics, and school is about more than grades. School is where children learn to be part of a community, where children learn how to regulate, where children learn how to ask for help, and where children learn how to exist in a world that wasn't designed with every brain in mind. So when a child struggles, we shouldn't ask, what's wrong with them? We should ask, what are they trying to tell us? Because behavior is communication. A child who acts out isn't bad. A child who shuts down isn't lazy. And a child who refuses school isn't defiant. They're communicating the only way they know how. And that brings us to one of the most misunderstood words in education: diagnosis. For many families, diagnosis feels scary. It sounds permanent, limiting, like a label that defines your child. But here's the truth. A diagnosis is not a box. It's a key. It helps unlock support that was previously out of reach. It helps professionals understand how to help and not how to judge. It helps teachers respond with strategy instead of punishment. And perhaps most importantly, it helps a child understand themselves. Imagine being told your whole life that you're too much, you're too sensitive, you're not trying hard enough. And then one day, learning, oh, my brain just works differently. That understanding can be life-changing. Now, diagnosis is only part of the picture. In schools, children don't receive services based on diagnosis alone. They receive support through classification, which is a framework defined by federal law. There are 13 recognized disability categories under the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act. They range from autism to intellectual disability to specific learning disabilities to visual impairment. But here's what parents need to know. A classification is not a medical diagnosis. What it is a roadmap. It tells schools how to support a child, not who that child is. And classifications, like children, can change. Children grow, needs evolve. What should never change is this. Parents must be informed. Parents must be included. Parents must be respected. You are not a bystander in your child's education. You are the expert on your child. And yet so many parents feel alone. They're told to deal with it themselves. They're afraid to ask for help. They worry they're overreacting. But let me say this clearly. You are not alone. You do not have to do this by yourself. And your child may not just grow out of it. Support exists for you and your family. Early intervention exists for your child. And school-based services exist. And when those things are delivered thoughtfully and collaboratively, they can change the trajectory of a child's life, of a family's life. But support isn't just about the child. It's about your whole family. After diagnosis, after classification, parents need a team. They need doctors, therapists, educators, and advocates. They also need something that we don't talk about nearly enough. They need support for themselves. Find a friend. Find a circle. Find people that understand you. Because processing a diagnosis, especially a neurodevelopmental one, is emotional. It challenges expectations. It reshapes the future that you imagined for your child and for your family. And siblings, they matter too. They are as much a part of this journey as you are. Siblings carry emotions, questions, and very often responsibilities of their own. Supporting one child means supporting the entire family system. So what do I want to leave you with today? This. When a child struggles, it is not a failure of parenting. It is not a failure of effort. It is a signal. It's a signal for us to listen. And when we do listen, really listen, we create opportunity for understanding, for access, and for dignity. Because every child deserves a school experience where they are supported, not just tolerated, where they are understood, not just punished, and where they are seen, truly seen, and not dismissed. And every parent deserves the knowledge and the power to advocate without fear. Because when we change how we see struggling children, we don't just change their education, we change their lives. Thank you.